Hello and welcome to Daytona International Speedway for today's running of the Daytona 500 as we get set to begin Season 4 here in the LNCS Stop Motion Series. As we have a full field of 39 cars and drivers set to take on the very historic race here at this 2.5 mile high banked super speedway in Daytona, Florida. As we have a lot of changes to the lineup here this year, we'll take a look at that shortly. As we are coming off a very exciting Season 3 here in the LNCS, where we saw Jimmie Johnson be crowned champion at Homestead Miami Speedway, and William Byron get his first win in the LNCS, holding off Brad Keselowski in that very nice Exalta Flames of Independence paint scheme. So we had some other surprising winners, with Daniel Hemrick being the winner of this race last year, the surprise win, and he is not in this race today, unfortunately. But we'll get set to see who will take home the win in this year's Daytona 500. And we'll take a look at some of the new rides here for the LNCS Racing Series. Tyler Reddick takes over the 8 car. Chris Buescher takes over the 17. Matt DiBenedetto is in the 21 now. Ryan Preece moves over to the 37. John Hunter Nemechek takes over the 38. Cole Custer moves into the 41. And Ricky Stenhouse Jr. is now in the 47. Ross Chastain is in the 77. And Daniel Suarez takes over the 96 with Christopher Bell in the 95. As the field begins to roll off and start their pace laps here, we'll get set to take a look at your starting lineup here for today's race for the Daytona 500. In row 1 is Ricky Stenhouse Jr. on pole with Alex Bowman to his outside. Row 2, Joey Logano and William Byron. Eric Almirola and Jimmie Johnson make up row 3, with Ryan Newman and Matt Kenseth in row 4. Row 5, Brad Keselowski and Kevin Happy Harvick. In row 6, Bubba Wallace and Cole Custer. In row 7, Austin Dillon alongside Eric Jones. Martin Truex Jr. and Matt DiBenedetto make up row 8. Christopher Bell with Kurt Busch in row 9. In row 10 is Chris Buescher and the Watermelon Man, Ross Chastain. Denny Hamlin and Tyler Reddick make up row 11, with John Hunter Nemechek and Ty Dillon in row 12. Row 13 is Chase Elliott and Michael McDowell. Row 14, Ryan Blaney alongside Kyle Busch. In row 15, Clint Bowyer from Emporia, Kansas, alongside Garrett Smithley. Row 16, Ryan Preece and Timmy Hill. Brennan Poole next to Quinn Hoff in row 17. And Corey LaJoie and Joey Gase make up row 18. Row 19 is Brennan Gaughan and Greg Galding. And rounding out the field in row 20 is Daniel Suarez. So we'll take a look at some of the facts for today's race. 10 laps. There's your Daytona 500, first race of the season, and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. will start on the pole for today's race. And as field gets ready, pace truck pulls off, and green flags in the air as Ricky Stenhouse Jr. is going to lead him down, with Alex Bowman to his outside as we see the field come flying by down into turn 1. As Joey Logano is going to jump out to the early lead here, as Ricky Stenhouse Jr. got put up on that outside and started falling back, as Joey Logano is already starting to work the blocking, trying to block Byron and Almirola. Almirola is kind of giving him a push here, sticking behind a Ford teammate there. So we got a row of 4 Fords there bunched up on the inside line. So William Byron has started to fall back, as you see some movement there, getting a third line going there towards the back of the pack. Joey Logano still way out in front here, as Almirola and Ryan Newman continue to push him as they move up to the outside, trying to block a run from that high line. So it looks like Austin Dillon has taken over that inside line with Bass Pro Shop teammate Martin Truex Jr. right behind him. Logano did a little bit of side draft there, trying to get away from him. Tries to come down and block, though, with the run from Austin Dillon, and doesn't quite get it, as Joey Logano is into the inside fence. And safety crews will come and take a look at him and check him out. Looks like he'll be okay, though. We'll take a look at that replay. He comes down to that side draft there, gets a push from Almirola, tries to come down to block the run from Austin Dillon, doesn't do it, and goes around off of Austin Dillon's front nose. As Joey Logano will be taken to the garage, and we'll step away here for a quick commercial break. Hello, are you looking to get some of the diecasts that you see featured here in today's race? Well, you can get some of your own. Just go to CircleBDiecast.com and use promo code CoreyK88 for free shipping on orders of $20 or more in the U.S. Hello and welcome back to today's race here, as we're about set to get going green flag as we have a restart here on lap 6, and Austin Dillon is going to lead him down to the green flag with Eric Almirola in second. Austin Dillon trying to inch ahead there on that inside line, getting a little bit of push there from Martin Truex Jr. behind him. Almirola shuffling around. Austin Dillon trying to block a little bit there. Almirola looking to the inside and gets around and in to Austin Dillon as the whole field goes around. Looks like Ryan Newman and William Byron were some of the front runners able to get through, but a bunch of the front runners all collected the inside of turns 3 and 4 in that wreck. Very big caution here. So we have quite a few cars involved in that wreck. Let's take a look at the replay. It looks like Almirola tries to go to the inside. Austin Dillon tries to come back down and block, but doesn't pull it off, and it's on from there. So we have a whole big mangled mess of cars here to get picked up and put away. Looks like a lot of cars will be out of the race. Let's take a look at that replay one more time. Almirola was trying to get to the inside of Austin Dillon there, but it didn't quite work out as Austin Dillon tried to come back down and block. As we have quite a few cars here in the garage joining Joey Logano, who was out of the race in that earlier wreck, as it is only lap 6 there with that caution. So take a look. It looks like William Byron's going to come down pit road as he had some damage from that wreck. Try to get some repairs there. So it looks like they're still working on cleaning up some of the debris and stuff in that turn, as William Byron has come back out onto the track and will rejoin the field in the back, as we'll have a restart here on lap 9 of the race with Ryan Newman and Bubba Wallace leading the field to the green flag here. And here we go. Green flag is back in the air as Ryan Newman leads him down. Got Alex Bowman on that inside line there, trying to push Newman. Bubba Wallace goes high and slips away up to that outside lane, starts falling back. As it looks like Alex Bowman wants that lead. He's able to get a run around and get past Ryan Newman. Alex Bowman to the lead now as they come here to the white flag. One more lap to go here in the Daytona 500. Who's going to win this? We have a bunch of cars there on that inside line. Looking, is somebody going to make a move here? As Alex Bowman still on the lead as they're shuffling around. And Ross Chastain and Kurt Busch go to the outside. But, Ryan Newman's going to try to go around Alex Bowman, trying to side draft it. That's giving room for Kurt Busch, Ross Chastain to pick it up, but looks like Alex Bowman's going to edge him out there. Alex Bowman is going to win this year's Daytona 500. And a crazy, exciting finish. There's a lot of side drafting there as we take a look at this replay. Side drafting, and Newman just gets slowed down, and Bowman's able to get that run there right at the end and win the race. Crazy finish there as Alex Bowman's going to burn it down here in today's race, as he is your Season 4 winner of the Daytona 500. So he will head off to victory lane and celebrate with his number 88 Hendrick Motorsports team, as they are the winners of the Season 4 Daytona 500. So Alex Bowman was able to get it done And we'll take a look at the people who signed up for Alex Bowman. So you can take a look at where your driver finished here in today's race. Very exciting race, crazy finish, a lot of wrecks, as you would kind of expect here at a super speedway. Crazy race, and made for some exciting finishes as some drivers up there in the top 5 and top 10 that you wouldn't necessarily see. So you see Ty Dillon there pulling off a 7th place finish. Matt Benedetto in 8th, so lots of exciting action as Brennan Gaughan was even able to bring it home 9th. Bubba Wallace came home in 10th as well there, with John Hummer Nemechek in 11th. So you can take a look and see where your driver finished. It was a fun race to do there. A lot of good action, so I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed some of the better graphics in this race as well. I was trying to do some new things, play around with some other editing software and so on, so I hope you all enjoyed. Don't know if I'll be able to do as much for graphics in some of the other races this season. We'll see how things go, but it's been a fairly learning curve trying to figure everything out and taking me a while to do it, so I don't know if I will have a whole lot of time. But I do hope you enjoyed the race. So hopefully we'll see a bunch of races to come here soon, as I'm looking to do at least a 10 race season and possibly maybe even 12 to 14 race. So we'll see how things go for the season. But I want to get a few more new tracks into the season as well this year, so be on the lookout for that, as planning on having Phoenix and hopefully getting Road America made. That track will be a big track, so it'll take me a while to put together, but hopefully it will turn out pretty good in the end. So we're kind of coming to the end of our field here. Some of top drivers in the day's race that ended up wrecking out in that big wreck there on lap 6. And we'll take a look at your point standing now after race 1 of the season. So it will be pretty much the same where your driver finished here in the race, with Alex Bowman leading the point standings. You pause the video and take a look at where your driver is in the points. And I want to thank you for coming and watching today's race here. So it was a very long, fun, exciting race here at Daytona. So crowned a new Daytona 500 champion in Alex Bowman. And he will go on, celebrate, and we'll see you next time at Martinsville.